8 signs that you're ready to buy your first property, particularly a residential property. When speaking about property ownership, we often discuss when is the best life stage to finally make the big step. What often goes overlooked is the important aspect of building a solid foundation of a confident home buyer and what it really means to be ready to buy a property. At some point, majority of home buyers have had doubts and questions cross their mind and yet still gave it a go. These kinds of thoughts just mean that you are aware of the enormity of the process and responsibility that comes along with a property purchase. So what does being ready to look like? First, you have a good saving habit. In the third quarter of 2019, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Department of Economic Statistics or DES, revealed in a survey that percentage of households with savings reached a record high of 37.5%. This is an encouraging sign that Filipinos are already getting the hang of saving. As a first-time homebuyer, having a good money habit is an essential character you should already master. Second, you are ready to be rooted. Buying your first property also means you are ready to finally settle in a location of your choice. You will know this if you already comfortable or if you are already comfortable and secured with a capacity or community and see yourself living in it for the long term. Whether you're single or married, so a location's potential for raising a family is also a major factor you have to consider. Third, you are ready with your upfront cost. Most of the time, a property purchase would require a deposit of 15 to 20% of the total price, or they call it as an equity or the excess amount of the loanable amount of the total price of a certain property. You should also be ready for the other costs such as the taxes, stamp duties, or assessment fees. If you have this at hand, then you can start to get the ball rolling anytime and make it a reality. Fourth, you are an easy tenant. There's no need to fear mortgage if you have a good rental history. Being a good and responsible tenant prior a home purchase is actually the best indicator if you can handle your mortgage well in the long run. Fifth, you have a stable and permanent job. Once you already signed that deal, there is no walking out. If you intend to get a mortgage for your first property purchase, you have to ensure that you have a solid and reliable employment or source of income that will not fail you. This is also a plus factor for lenders if you are applying for a home loan. Sixth, you're either completely or almost debt-free. It's complicated to tackle a home loan when you're still tied to other debt obligations. Apart from the interest rates that will eat up your income, having other large debts will make it hard for you to stay on top of bills that will pile up once you have your own home. If you desperately want to purchase your first property sometime soon, it is wise to start pruning your debts in the next few years before taking the plunge. Seventh, you are a mature adult. Mortgage is a long-term commitment. In fact, it might be longer than your existing relationship. Kidding aside, before buying a home, make sure you are mentally and emotionally ready to commit a long-term mortgage payment, and the other obligations that comes with being a homeowner. It is exciting to move to a new home, but you have to be ready to maintain and care for your home as well. 8. You're okay to slow down. Slowing down doesn't just pertain to getting hitched when you finally decide to sign on a mortgage. You should also realize that it comes with a lot of sacrifices and adjustments. Unless your career is on the upswing and your income is getting bigger every year, you should be ready to cut down on lifestyle and travel expenses. Purchasing your first property is going to be one of the most memorable experience of your life. It is definitely doable amidst the challenges, but you can make it less nerve-wracking by being self-aware of your readiness and capabilities. Are you looking for your first potential property purchase? Just message us. We are also connected with some of the developers all over the Philippines. Happy home hunting! I'm Noemi Mepico, your Dabawenyang Realtor. Madayao, Davao!